Next, we're going to be creating a dimension table as an example of what we would do once we have completed our list of fact tables and dimension tables and actually designed them in terms of the attributes we wanted and the relationships in a design sort of format using Visio or some other entity relationship diagramming tool. And we're going to do it in two steps. The first step is we're actually going to create the structure for the dimension table, and we're going to use our own D numbered data warehouse. If you can see initially when it's set up, there's nothing here, so we're actually going to create the structure for it. The second step is going to be we're going to use BIDS, B-I-D-S, which just stands for Business Intelligence Development Studio, and we're going to go in and use it to show you a little bit about what it does. And we're going to connect to AdventureWorks and specify a table we're going to pull data out of, and using the BIDS graphical system, we're going to pull data out of it and load the table into our database inside our own data warehouse to give you an understanding of that process. So first, let's identify the table that we want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to short circuit the process a little bit. I'm actually going to go into the AdventureWorks data warehouse, and I'm going to look and take a table out of there. And let's use a currency. It's a fairly straightforward table. It has a few columns in it, but nothing enormous, and it'll be a good example for us. And the way that what I want to do is I want to create a similar structure, a currency down below here in my own database. And the way you'd have to do that is you basically write what's called a SQL script, and that's just a set of SQL code and structured query language code that would create this structure in my own database. And the easy way of doing it is just to right click on this. Since I want the same structure, I'm going to right click here, and if you look at it, it says that you can script a table. You're going to generate a SQL script. I want to create two, and I want to create to a new editor window. So I just hit the button, it grinds a little bit, and in this window over here, it generates the SQL script to create the structure. This is actual script that was actually generated by somebody in Microsoft and ran to create this particular dim currency table inside the data warehouse database. Now, I'm getting a little red squigglies here, and obviously that usually means a problem. And it says there's already an object here that's a table named dim currency in the database, and that's because up here it's actually when the script got generated, it is using this particular database. And in fact, I don't want to do that. I want to use my own database. So all I have to do is just highlight this and type in D, and what happens is the IntelliSense comes up and makes a guess at what I want. In this case, it's correct. So I say now I want to use this database, and I'm going to execute this script, and it's going to create this structure inside my own one. And the way you execute it, pretty easy. You right-click anywhere in here, and you just hit execute. It grinds a little bit, and then it says the command's completed successfully. Well, I always like to check just to make sure. So if I come down here and look at tables, I don't see anything new, and that's not a rare occurrence in SQL in the Management Studio. It's sometimes doesn't update quite as fast as you'd like it to. So you can give it a little nudge. If you right click and you say refresh, it'll refresh the stuff, and there is my structure now. It's empty. It has nothing inside it. It's just a bare structure with columns and keys and so forth that got generated from this particular SQL script. All right. Now the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to create a project in BIDS, and that'll be the subject of the next video.